Hi, welcome to Ride Alongside. Today I am at the junction of the Ranch Trail, which you can see the trailhead right behind me, and the Trail 396, which is across the road here that's right behind me, Senator Highway. But it's a frosty morning. You can see I climbed up here and my beard's all frozen, so I thought some of you guys would get a kick out of that. That's actually, people wonder how that happens. That's the vapor out of my breath as I'm climbing goes and hits my beard and then freezes. So yeah, it's all kind of frozen and stuck together. But I'm riding the Chumba Stella this morning, so let's take a look at that. All right, so as I just mentioned, this is the Ranch Trail number 62, and there's a 7-mile Gulch Trail up ahead, 4 more miles, and then the Boy Scout Trail number 126, 4.5 miles, and then Walker Road is 8 miles. Walker Road is one of the more main roads that leads into the National Forest out of Prescott, and the Costco, and let's see what else is right there, PetSmart, some other hotels and things like that are at Walker Road and the Highway 69 there. Highway 69 leads from Prescott down to Highway 17, which leads to Phoenix. So this is the Prescott Circle Trail. The Prescott Circle Trail is a 55-mile long trail. Usually they have some maps in that little plastic holder right there, but they don't have them right now. But the Prescott Circle Trail goes 55 miles all the way around town, and it stops at a few different campsites. So if you guys want to do some bike packing, I've had some friends, Weston and Brian, that have ridden the Prescott Circle Trail and camped along the way. And some other friends in town, of course, have done it. Some have even done it twice in one day, which is pretty phenomenal. So anyway, the bike I am riding today is the Chumba Stella. I'm getting on very well with this bike. Over the last few months, I've been riding it in a bunch of different configurations. As you see it currently is the way that it came set up for me, except for, let's see, the wide foot leader cage down there with the voile strap on it, and my Nalgene water bottle. Those are mounted directly onto the frame. You can probably see the Brazon right there, and there's another one up there, and that did not come on the bike. They did send me these Wanderlust bike packing bags for it. This is the frame bag. The model escapes me right now, but they have clever names for all their bags. And let's see what else. My Night Rider lights. I'm always riding with these. I mentioned it in Instagram post a little while back. I always ride with Night Rider lights because I tend to cross roads or ride on roads for a short distance. Even residential roads, I'll turn on the flashing mode. And I got the Solus 100 back here as well. So super bright tail light. They actually make so that's 100 lumens, which is why it's called the Solus 100. This is the Lumina 1100 boost, and they make even higher output versions of the Solus and the Lumina this year in 2019. So check out Night Rider lights. Super durable, super easy to use, hold a charge well. I can't say enough good stuff about Night Rider out of San Diego, California. And then I've got my Garmin Edge 500. These are actually able to pick up pretty cheap now because there's so many touchscreen models out there from Garmin. If you need a computer that does, let's see, heart rate, cadence, speed, it actually tells you the temperature as well. And let's see if I can get the temperature going here. Yeah, so it's 25.9 degrees out right now, and I've only been doing 7.3 miles per hour on average. But I even use that Garmin when I ride the rollers with my road bike, and it captures my speed because I have a speed sensor and a cadence sensor and heart rate. Anyway, those are the only parts that are on here, or accessories as they might be. that I put on. But I actually did a first look of the Chumba already. I'll link a link up in the upper right to that video. I'll also link the wide foot leader cage. This is a great accessory, especially if you're using a frame bag. It's a great way to hold water. It holds it real low. If you have mounts like this, it's great, but there's also these SKS mounts, or you could put hose clamps on there, but they all work really well. You can go and look at my video for the wide foot leader cage. I'll link that up there as well right now. And the Chumba Stella tie, as it came set up, is pretty great. It's got the XT brakes, XT rear shifter, no front shifter. It's set up as a 1x11. It's got an XTR rear derailleur, XT 11 to 46 cassette on it, an 11-speed chain, obviously, and then they got a Kogel bottom bracket here. It is press fit, and I've talked to Chumba about that. It is a machined precision bottom bracket shell, so they haven't had any issues with creaking or anything like that you've heard about with press fit bottom brackets. They actually use threaded bottom brackets in their steel version, so they made this version with the press fit, and they are very satisfied with that. So they also have a Kogel, actually two, one here and one here, for their derailleur pulleys. So that's a drivetrain. They have these Paragon sliding dropouts that I am going to set up with single speed, I think even this weekend. They have these Brazons here as well. I think these are for rack. I'll have to look into those some more. Don't know if I would use those, but it's nice to have. And then they've got these race face Affect wheels on here. These are the plus 40 wheels, and I've been very satisfied with these as well. I am currently riding on these with the Recon Plus 27.5 by 2.8 tires. They're the 3C compound, which means they have 3 different compounds, a hard one in the middle, transition knobs are a little bit softer, and then real soft on the side knobs here, which is real nice, durable, and they really hook up well on the sides. And they got the EXO casing, which makes it real tough sidewalls, which is great for the rocks. And then, of course, they're tubeless ready, and they're set up with sealant inside. The orange seal is what we're running currently. So we got those front and rear. And I have had this set up with 29 by 3 inch tires. 29 by 3 up front. I have had a 29 by 2.6 rear. I don't currently have any 29 by 2.8s to try to fit those, but apparently those fit on this frame. So that's very encouraging. You can see that there's a whole lot of space there with the 27.5 by 2.8 tires. So there's a lot of room for 29s. And the 29 by 2.6 icon I had on the rear, I'll be doing a full review of that tire very soon, but it is great, fantastic. I really love it. So let's see what else. There's a 160 millimeter Ice Tech rotor rear, 180 millimeter rotor up front. It's a titanium frame. We got the Fox 34 fork up front, and White Industries headset, Thompson stem, and the Thompson trail aluminum bar up front. Race face grips, WTB Volt saddle with the Fox transfer dropper post. The dropper post, I've had a little bit issues when it's been cold, and I've had that clamp tighten just right where it'll pop up just fine when it's warm, but when it's been cold, it's been sticking just a little bit. So that's that's basically the only thing I've had any issues with. I am getting a little bit more pedal strikes with the 27.5 wheels on there than I am with the 29-inch. That's to be expected. It's always going to lower that bottom bracket down a little bit. But anyway, that's the Chumba Stella tie. Alright, so I decided to come down Boy Scout Trail number 126, and this is what it looks like in 2019. It's my first time coming down this trail, and yeah, you might be wondering where the trail is, but it's yeah, it's right here. Basically, this water is following the trail. You might be able to see it up there just a little bit, but yeah, Chumba Stella is having a good go at it, but barely see where the trail was going a couple times, but some pretty fun sections, very technical. Anyway, I'm Nick from RideAlongside. Thanks so much for watching. I'll have more content for you real soon.